Hello, single sister. Come closer. Let me share a secret. Do you know that it's a no brainer for you to know when and how a relationship is as good as dead, when a relationship is going nowhere, and when a relationship has no future? This will help you to save your time, save your energy, save your emotions, and sometimes save your money. Before I go further, please remember to subscribe to my channel if you're just seeing us for the first time and you have not subscribed, and also click the notification bell so that you get notified when next I drop a new video, because my video uploads are weekly basis, and I always dish out valuable courtship, dating and marriage tips that will save you emotional stress, pain and turmoil. Back to the topic for today. We are going to be discussing two major ways in which you will know that a relationship is going nowhere, so as to save you your time, your efforts, your emotion, and even your hopes, even sometimes your prayers. It will save you. These are red flags or signs that God puts in front of you as a single sister and maybe brother, to help you save your time, your emotions, and everything that could you could sacrifice in a relationship. Number one, if a relationship is based on, if you are in a relationship or you realize that your partner is in that relationship out of pity, not out of conviction, not out of commitment, not out of love, not out of willful desire, I tell you, it's just a matter of time for that relationship to die off. That relationship is already in coma. That's if it's not dead already. We're waiting a befitting burial. That relationship is going nowhere. And trust me, you do not want to stretch that relationship further into marriage, because that will even extend your grief when it eventually breaks down. Because the other person who is there, maybe out of obligation or out of sentiment, will tomorrow find another person that tickles his or her fancy, and he or she will begin to cheat. He or she will become unfaithful, because that intrigue, that desire for you and for that relationship is no longer there. So if you or your partner are in a relationship on sentimental basis, out of obligation, and there is no desire, there is no willful commitment and conviction about the future of that relationship, both of you are in that relationship out of pity, oh, that this person will feel bad if I leave him or her, it's better you call it quits now, to save you future heartache, because that heartache is destiny that will definitely happen in that relationship. The second way you will know that a relationship is going nowhere, that a relationship is a disaster waiting to happen if you continue in it, is if there are no clear boundaries set by the both of you in that relationship, especially if the both of you are Christians, especially if the both of you are born again believers of the gospel of Christ. You people need to, at the earliest stages of that relationship, the moment you people decide to go into a relationship or courtship, there should be clear boundaries set in that relationship that relationship will run with. Yes, if there are no clear relationships, when emotions begin to fly, now you guys become emotionally carried away by each other, sometimes the devil could interfere, and the devil could make one of them, make either or the both of you to do things ordinarily you don't even plan to do, or ordinarily you will never have done, or because there are no boundaries set. For example, if both of you are Christians and what both of you are aiming at is a Christian courtship and ultimately marriage, then things like no sex before marriage are discussions and agreements that the both of you should have had and reached before the relationship was set rolling. But if you people fail to reach such agreements, if there are no set boundaries, like I don't visit you in your house, or even if I do, I don't stay in your house at up to a certain hour, like 6 p.m. or 7 p.m., if there are no set boundaries, by the time things begin to happen and emotions begin to fly and sentiments of love begin to come in, and you people begin to do the very things that maybe in your, as a person, you had once presupposed in your heart that you would never do until you are married to somebody, you find out that that love, that respect, that conviction for that relationship begins to diminish. And then ultimately you find out that something about you in that relationship is leaving. You no longer feel that enthusiasm to be in that relationship. You don't feel that zeal to want to go further in that relationship. The next way that you can know that a relationship is as good as dead is when one or both partners have lost total respect and regard for either the relationship, for both the relationship and the other partner. When you find out that you're the only one who is doing everything possible to make a relationship work, and the person you claim to be in a relationship with is not responding and reciprocating your efforts, he or she is not responding, he or she is not matching your efforts with his or her own efforts, meeting his own side or her own side of the bargain, then that relationship is already headed for the gutters. Yes, if you're the only one who is always making the efforts, always making the sacrifices, always making the compromise in the relationship, then that means that that person has lost the respect he or she has for both you and that relationship, and it's just a matter of time before he or she leaves the relationship. He or she may have even left in his mind. He's just waiting for the slightest excuse and the slightest circumstance situation for him to voice, or for him or her to voice out his or her state of mind. So if you find out that you are the only one making all the sacrifices, you're the only one doing all what it takes to make it takes two to make a relationship work. So if you find out you're the only one who is putting in all the effort and the other person is not reciprocating, then just know that that relationship is as good as dead already. Except if there is an instant paradigm shift, then that relationship is already finished. And the earlier you put your heart together and prepare your mind for the worst, the better for you, because the other person has already left the relationship a long time ago in his head or her head. He's just waiting for the right time or the right circumstance to voice out his or her mind. If you've watched to this very moment, thank you for watching. Remember to click the subscribe button and subscribe to this channel. I'm Hepsi Banito, and until I come your way next time, thank you and God bless you. Bye.